I was once speaking with someone about how certain areas of mathematics work. I told him, in many branches of mathematics, especially algebra, it's all about reduction. It's the art of simplifying something complicated, breaking it down to its fundamental essence. And I said, reductionism isn't something to be frowned upon. It's actually the very tool that brings us clarity. Because when you're facing a problem, what do? You talk it out, you examine each piece of it, you try to understand its cause. Isn't that exactly what reduction is? You're reducing a complex situation to its basic parts so that you can solve it. Now, some people argue against reductionism. They say it is oversimplification. But I ask, what's wrong with simplifying? Isn't that the whole point of knowledge, to make things clearer? But here's the twist. Oversimplification is not reductionism. People often confuse the two. Saying that all fats are bad is not reductionism, it's generalization. Reductionism is precise, clear-headed, and logical. Now let me tell you something very important. Something I've discovered over years of counseling people. All human behavior, all struggles, relationships, anger, jealousy, sadness, confusion can be brought down to just two factors. Yes, just two. Let me explain. I'll tell you the story of a young woman who once approached me for counseling. She was married and she said her life at home was full of tension. Her mother-in-law disrespected her. Her husband didn't support her. She felt completely lost. Now, I listened to her carefully. I studied her tone, her language, her focus. She came across as quite self-centered. So I understood that the real problem wasn't entirely external. It was in the way she was perceiving the situation. But I didn't say that. I didn't attack her ego. Instead, I said, "Would you like to try a small trick for just 7 days?" She was intrigued. "What's it?" she asked. I said, "For the next 7 days, just pretend, yes, pretend you're the best daughter-in-law in the whole world. Don't react emotionally, don't argue, don't roll your eyes. Just listen, smile, and offer to lend your hand to others at home, including your mother-in-law. Respond with respect. Accept whatever is said without resistance. All this for only 7 days." She agreed, and 8 or 9 days later, she called me. She sounded happy. She said, "My life has completely changed." Now, you see, by pretending to be the best version of herself, she actually changed her own behavior and attitude. That, in turn, influenced how others responded to her. It created a positive feedback loop. Her calm, respectful actions were met with warmth and respect. The friction dissolved, and her home became peaceful and harmonious. In her case, my suggestion shifted her perception, which changed her reaction, and that changed her entire situation. It's a beautiful example of how a simple shift in perception and behavior can lead to a completely different and far more positive outcome. I smiled. I didn't say, "See, the problem was with you." Instead, I told her, if this little trick worked, maybe you should try it for a few more days. She did. And a few months later, she wrote to me saying, "Everything is great at home now and I'm just being myself." That's the beauty of it. That pretend self had now become her real self. What changed? Just one thing, her perception, and naturally her reaction also changed. Now let me define something clearly. What is a problem? A problem, basically, is a situation that a person is unable to come to terms with. It's not the situation itself. It's the inner resistance to it. Why can't we come to terms with certain situations? It is because the way we perceive them does not agree with the way we expect them to be. When someone is livid, really angry, and wants to cause harm, and then a wise friend speaks to them, what happens? Their perception changes, and so does their reaction. From aggression to calm, from hate to understanding. So the truth is this: all your life's problems boil down to just two things: perception and reaction. Your genetics, your upbringing, your experiences, all these shape your perception. And your perception shapes your reaction. The truth that cannot be overlooked is the fact that one's perception can be altered through knowledge. When you change your perception, your reaction automatically changes. And then what happens? Your whole life changes. This is not religion. This is not prayer. This is not fiction. This is pure clarity. And that, in essence, my dear friends, is what Vedanta is about. Understanding that your thoughts, opinions, emotions, and reactions are not yourself. What makes the difference is identifying, recognizing, and realizing the all-pervading oneness or the non-dual self existing in all beings and in you. It is perception and reaction which are the two factors that form the particular person you are. Change the way you see, and you'll change the way you live. Truly. Thank you. Stay blessed. Jai Shri Krishna.